game of the day in our second semifinal features the Humber College Hawks versus the Lakeland College Wrestlers. The CCAA and host Vancouver Island University, who recognize and appreciate the privilege to live, learn, and compete on the unseen territory of the Stanema First Nation. The strong partnership between VAU and Stanema provides a solid foundation for the success of all these student athletes. At this time, fans, we'd like you to please rise if you are able and remove your headgear for our national anthem, Oh Canada. And now, let's meet the starting line of pro team, beginning with the Humber College Hawks. Third year Rio, Jackson, Ontario, number 2, Lakeland.
Good evening and welcome inside the VIU gym. Kyle Donan with you alongside Ian Wilson. The final game on day 2. We got here, we made it. It's been a long road to get here, and these two teams have had to wait all day for this match to get started. The Humber Hawks taking on the Lakeland Rustlers. Two teams that showed a lot of firepower in the first two matches they played yesterday, and expect there to be some fireworks in this one. This could be one of the closer matchups I think we've seen today.
This one poised for greatness for sure, Kyle, as the Hawks and the Rustlers set the tango here in beautiful Nanaimo, BC.
A first serve opportunity for the Rustlers onto the right side and into the tape as Kiyomi Ellis makes the error on the first attempt.
Kiyomi Ellis, top hitting percentage player in the OCAA at .425 in the regular season.
Another good float serve. LaChapelle with a good pass though. Dodd looking wide. Makes the error on the left side. As Matthews continues to serve here for the Rustlers. LaChapelle with another good pass. Ellis on the right side. Matthews a good dig. Lewick. And that set attempt there from Lewick goes out of bounds.
Lewick trying to jolt her team offensively there. Trying to help out the setter. Just that one, unfortunately for her, falling a little bit over top of the net.
Ellis's first serve goes into the tape. And Lewick now will serve for the Rustlers. Lewick gets her float serve in. LaChapelle puts it on Dodd, who takes a roll at it. On the outside now, down the line, a smart swing there from Varga, who gets on the board for the Rustlers, and it's a 4-1 start.
And if Janae Varga starts to heat up, that'll spell good things for Lakeland College. We saw her used quite a bit. High volume early on in the game against Les Rouges last night.
Lewick again to serve here. Another good float serve. Serlin has trouble with that pass. Gets a chance from the back row now and gives the free ball. The dump attempt, but Manners is all over it. Dodd into the block and off the block and out of play.
Erica Dodd, smart swings yesterday against VIU and continuing with that trend here.
The setter for the Hawks now, Armstrong will serve. Off the tape. On the outside, Varga throws it into the block and recycles it back. Gets another chance. Again off the block, a tough ball there for Dodd as Varga gets her second kill.
That one dancing the tightrope there off of the contact. Hits the tape on the far side, and not a lot Erica Dodd could do there.
Lang now with the float serve. LaChapelle with the pass. Onto the outside. Manners into the block and down. Hogue and Bates on the right side spot there with the block.
The Rustlers up to their old tricks already in this one. The solid combination block on the far side.
Another good serve as the ace goes for the Rustlers setter Lang. Strong serving from the Rustlers to start here in set number 1. Dodd from the right side through to the block. Lang gets there, sets it up for Varga, and a better block on the Humber Hawks side as Cassidy Andrews came through to the outside and closed the gap.
Cass Andrews was an absolute beast in last night's game. One of the key pieces why VIU went down to Humber in that one. The strong play of the middles for the Hawks as we get another good play there from Andrews, leading by example in that front line.
Again, starts with the serve as God put the Rustlers in trouble there. She'll serve again now. And an ace serve for Dodd.
Dodd getting it done offensively early and then applying the pressure at the service line.
That float serve for Dodd is out the back as the Rustlers get it right back as Varga now will go back to serve for the Rustlers here. Varga's float serve to that deep one spot and just out the sideline. Cass Andrews now will serve for the Hawks. She gets her float serve in, a tough ball. Lang gets it up to Bates, who goes off the hands and out of play. Smart decision there from Bates, who couldn't take a swing on it, but was able to use the hands of the block and put it out of bounds. Armstrong to Manners off the block. Varga's there for the dig. Bates off the block. Dodd with the dig now. Ellis puts it up for Serlin, but she's not able to bring it back.
Lakeland College continuing to convert at a high rate here. .475 hitting percentage in the regular season. They continue to apply the pressure.
Another good serve from Hogue. Dodd with a better pass, though, into the middle. And a big swing out of the middle there from Ellis, who gets the kill for the Humber Hawks. The middle position's been probably their deadliest spot, as they showed that against the VIU Mariners last night.
Kiyomi Ellis and Cass Andrews, the 1-2 punch in the middle that many opposing middles fear.
Matthews down the line. Dodd gets a hand on it, but can't bring it back.
Solid swing here on the outside from Matthews. Makes the contact and just unable to get underneath it was Dodd in the back row.
A service ace for Bates as the strong serving continues here for the Rustlers, putting some pressure on the passing core of the Humber Hawks.
182 service aces, good enough for first in the ACAC for the Lakeland Rustlers this season.
Armstrong again finds her middle Ellis. It stays alive on the Rustlers side, and Bates takes a swing from the back row and finds a way to get it through the block and down. And she'll continue to serve.
Just ball gets caught up in the hands of Ellis there, tried to get rid of it to no avail.
Dodd has trouble with that one as well. Onto the outside again to Ellis this time. She's dug. Matthews second guesses what to do, gives the free ball. Armstrong has to try to put the free ball over, and now the Rustlers get their chance. Lewick off the block and out of play. A good high swing there off the step around from Lewick, and the offense is rolling for the Rustlers here in set number one.
Forcing the timeout out of Chris Wilkins, as Austin Dyer, the CCAA Coach of the Year, has to be happy with the effort of Lakeland here. The Rustlers doubling up Humber right now. Our final game of day number 2. The last game where we get to see 4 games in one day, as tomorrow we'll have 3 games. The 1 o'clock game will be the placement match, as we will see the Holland College Hurricanes taking on St. Boniface Les Rouges. That's the Lakeland Rustlers faithful out here in force. Got their green capes on. And as well, the Hawks making their way out from Ontario as well. Then the games tomorrow, 2 more of the bronze semifinals. The loser of this game will go up against the Edouard Montpetit Lynx. And on the other side, it will be UAA taking on VIU in what should be a fantastic contest to figure out who's going to compete for the bronze medal here in Nanaimo.
A 14-7 lead here for the Rustlers, as Bates continues with her float serve. A good pass from LaChapelle. Armstrong onto the outside to Serlin off the block. Trumier with the dig. A swing there and an opportunity now for the Hawks as Ellis turns and tips it sharp to position 1 there, and the Hawks get back on the board after a good run from the Rustlers.
Ellis, so good with the floor vision, quick decision, knew where the players were and where they weren't, picks that one spot and gets her team back possession of the ball.
On the outside, down the line, a free ball coming back for the Rustlers. Matthews off the block and out of play.
Lana Matthews with force. The outside swing for the pride of Sturgeon County, Alberta. Big swing off the inside of the block. Just able to power that one off of the setter in Stephanie Armstrong.
An easy put away there for Varga as she finishes off another good serve from Matthews. Matthews really set the tone to start this match from the service line as she goes back to serve again here. LaChapelle puts it up for Dodd. Off the block, and Bates can't make the dig as Dodd gets the Humber Hawks out of trouble.
Solid recovery there for Humber as they have to defer to the libero to get the set forward. And then Erica Dodd continuing to do what Erica Dodd does.
A good pass. A good dig there from Ellis. An opportunity now for Dodd. Into the block though. Matthews. A tip from Lewick off the block of Dodd and into the antenna.
Sarah Hogue will come back into the front row as Trumier gets a quick rest. Kaylee Lewick, player of the game yesterday for Lakeland College.
Lewick's float serve just hits the back line.
Kaylee Lewick had been trying to dial that one in against Les Rouges yesterday. Finds the right distance and gets that one to drop right on the end line.
An 18-9 lead here for the Rustlers. Off the tape and back-to-back aces for Lewick here as the Rustlers finding a way, getting points everywhere right now. 4 aces already and 9 kills in this opening set as well. Finally a miss serve from Lewick after another good run. She had a good run on her first opportunity to serve as well. And now Armstrong, the setter for the Humber Hawks, will serve. Armstrong gets it into the middle. A dig in the back row by Serlin. On the outside now, Dodd. She's dug by Matthews. Into the middle, Hogue gets the kill for the Rustlers, and they get to 21st. It's a 20-10 lead.
Dodd gets that into the back line, but a good quick set there as Sarah Hogue quickly puts it down. Doesn't give time for Stephanie Armstrong to get square to dig that.
Armstrong into the middle, and the tip shot for Andrews scores to the sideline.
Cass Andrews, extremely high offensive productivity between yesterday and today. Good left-hand swing just to push that one into the front corner.
On the outside, Bates doesn't find the cross-court swing and makes the error into the net.
Rare miss from Bates, who was switched on last night against Les Rouges.
God with the float serve. Trumier has trouble with it. Varga now. LaChapelle sets it up for Manners, who just gives the free ball. Varga again cross court. Armstrong is there. LaChapelle puts it up for Serlin this time. On the outside, Bates off the block. Dodd with the dig. A tight ball, and Serlin can't make a play on it. And the error results in a 21-12 lead for the Rustlers.
Seeing how Humber College was able to play with poise against VIU, this is unfamiliar territory for them as they took care of business against the four-time reigning champions. Lakeland, a great program in their own right, but they've got Humber against the ropes here. And a ball handling call there to make it 22-12.
Now we've seen it all tournament long. One set definitely hasn't dictated the outcome in any way, shape, or form. Case in point, the Hawks didn't win the first set yesterday and won the next three against VIU. So how they respond will be important here. If a good swing there from Manners doesn't score, a chance for Matthews now, who's dug by Armstrong. Serlin, and Serlin finds the floor and gets the kill for the Hawks.
You make a very good point, Kyle. These teams, very deep, very experienced, as they're going to look to take that championship pedigree from their own conferences and apply it here to the big dance. Looking to punch a ticket to face off against the Camosun Chargers are both of these teams right now.
A good high swing there from Bates, off the hands and out. Rustlers with four different attackers with multiple kills in this set, showing the diversity of their offense. With the substitution here, as well as Grayson Hay will come into the game to serve. Her float serve goes out the back, and she'll quickly come back out of the game as Hogue will check in, and her libero Trumier will come in to do her job.
Hannah Manners, second year right side out of Toronto, Ontario.
Float serve for Manners, a good pass from Varga, and a kill out of the middle for Lewick, and that sets up set point here in the opening set of this semifinal.
Regina's finest with a simple play in the middle, puts that one down, another kill under her belt. As she's got it done for the service line and up front. Right now squaring off against Kiyomi Ellis.
Armstrong into the middle to Ellis, and thrown back by Matthews, who gets the block. And that will end set number one, 25-14. An impressive start by the Rustlers here. And it'll be up to the Hawks now to respond in set number two.
Chance to thank some more of our wonderful CCAA championship sponsors, including Volleyball Canada, the National Sport Organization partner of the CCAA, Veriburn Medical Supply, the official medical supply partner of the CCAA National Championships, For Imprint, our presenting sponsor of the Players of the Match, and Jostens, the official championship award ring of the CCAA and presenting sponsor of the CCAA Coach and Player of the Year. What a first set for Lakeland. You got to know that that's exactly what Austin Dyer and company wanted to see out of their squad. But you know they watched the tape. You'd mentioned it earlier. You'd be sorely mistaken if you didn't think that these coaches had a very late night last night in prepping for these games. They know what Humber was capable of against a perennial powerhouse like the VIU Mariners. And they know exactly how they came out of the gate, set two onwards. And the other thing we haven't even seen yet from Humber was their secret weapon against VIU, and that was Ara Talon.
Yeah, Talon never entered the match in that the opening set that we just saw. But you know, the credit has to go to the Rustlers. They came out incredibly strong in that opening set. Really set the tone from the service line. I like the pressure they implied from the service line. And, you know, not only did they serve well, they passed the ball exceptionally well and gave their setter Lang the options to go to all of her attackers. Case in point, Varga had 3 kills, Bates had 3 kills, Matthews had 2, Lewick had 2, and Hogue had 1. Really spread the ball around and everybody got into the game offensively for the Rustlers here. A great start, 11 kills to start off the first set. Humber's offense didn't quite get going, only 6 kills in that opening set. Rustlers also were rewarded with 4 aces in set 1.
So what you're saying is a well-balanced game.
Well balanced for sure, and I think
scoring by committee.
Absolutely, they showed that against Les Rouges when they played them in the opening match of their tournament last night, and you know, they've shown that here early in this opening set against the Humber Hawks. But again, the Humber Hawks didn't win the opening set against VIU last night. Responded well. And they just haven't been able to get things going yet. Their passing game was a little bit off in that opening set, and they'll be looking for a response here in set 2 that we're just about to get started here with, as Le Chapelle comes into the game for her middle. The Rustlers will pass first, the Hawks will serve, and their setter Armstrong will be the one to attempt the serve here. Her float serve off the tape. Trumier with a great save though. Varga, great finish from Varga there after a great save from Trumier.
Trumier really earning that one for Lakeland. Second-year libero out of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Has had a lot of sensational digs already in this tournament. We're already in day 2.
As Lewick makes the error on her serve. Her first attempt in set number 2 goes for an error. And now Erica Dodd will go with the float serve. A good pass there from Matthews. Bit of a miscue there on the Lakeland side, and not an opportunity the Humber Hawks are able to take advantage of as Andrews makes the error into the net. Jana Lang now to serve for the Rustlers. From the right side, Stevenson tries a cross-court swing and makes the error into the net with her first attempt here in set 2. Coming into the game for Manners.
Humber, some uncharacteristic errors early on here, allowing Lakeland to build this early lead. As the Rustlers will give it right back, and for Humber, they played a very complete game against the Mariners yesterday, able to get the 4-set victory. We'll have to see if we can see that big punch that we saw in yesterday's second set against VIU return here.
Varga goes with the tip shot this time. A great decision there. Again, another great pass from Trumier, the Rustlers libero, with a perfect pass.
The passing game has looked easy, and when you have the time and space to set that up, the connection there between Lang and Varga is going to be very difficult for Humber to deal with.
A miscue there as well, and Matthews takes advantage of it, throws it down, and Varga will continue to serve here. Another strong start for the Rustlers in set number 2.
That one just getting a little bit too close for comfort to the net as Lana Matthews says please and thank you and puts that one down with 2 hands.
Armstrong to Stevenson. She goes with the tip shot, and Bates was there but unable to make the dig.
Deanna Stevenson, solid decision there. High, easy tip over the block, utilizing the length to wait out on the timing.
Stevenson's back to serve now for the Hawks. Trumier onto the outside to Matthews. And no touches this time as Matthews makes what I believe to be her first error of the match, tacking. And now Stevenson will serve again here. Float serve for Stevenson down the line. Varga sets it up for Matthews. Goes with the tip shot down the line. It comes back to Matthews. Lang finds Bates on the right side. Matthews is there to recover it. Matthews gets her turn now and turns down the line. Doesn't find the sideline and doesn't find a defender to hit off as well. And we're now tied at 5.
We saw Matthews rip that tight line shot many a time against St. Boniface the other day. That one just a little bit too off to the left. Humber doing a great job of zoning that one out.
Matthews gets another chance. The tip shot doesn't score. The Hawks make the defensive play. But the Rustlers get another chance here. And Stevenson makes a good dig for the Hawks. Dodd takes a swing. Varga better with the dig though. Matthews off the block. Armstrong finds Ellis. Trumier tracks it. Bates now. And she's a little out of sync on that swing and puts it into the antenna. And a run by the Humber Hawks here gives them the lead at 6-5.
And Humber having some great defensive touches here, but obviously the block has been strong, but what's been even better is those second touches. Stevenson had a couple of great ones there to keep things alive off of the initial block on the far side.
Matthews again has to tip this one. Serlin from the left side with a big swing down the line. Gets the kill for the Hawks.
Leah Serlin, third year outside, the local BC product from Vancouver. Unloading on that one down the near side.
Tight ball for Lang. She gets up to it though. A roll shot by Matthews. Comes back. Another chance for Matthews. Again off the block. An easy dig for the Hawks. And a cut shot back to one there by Ellis out of the middle.
Getting into the action here at the broadcast booth as that one nearly took out my computer. What contact there on the far side?
I think your computer saved you.
No, just about. The amount of times that this laptop has taken a volleyball off it and doing PA for the UFV Cascades, I can't even count.
Good swing from Bates. LaChapelle, another dig. Ellis, this time she's blocked by Bates and Hogue in the middle. And finally the Rustlers end that run. A 5-1 run to give them an 8-6 lead. Hogue now will serve for the Rustlers. She gets her float serve in. Armstrong again into the middle, and this time Bates comes in to help and creates a three-person wall there at the net. And that cut shot back to one that we see Ellis in the replay trying to make was taken away with Bates showing up. The dump this time. Hogue is there to save it. Varga gives the free ball. A dump again, and the second attempt by Armstrong scores into the pot. Good vision by the Humber Hawks setter there.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, as the pot wide open there on the second attempt, and Armstrong able to find it with a nice move in the left hand.
Varga on the right side to Bates. No touch, and it's just long as the Hawks increase their lead here, 10-7 in set two. Again, the Rustlers took the opening set. And that serve is just on the end line. An ace serve for Serlin. Another good float serve by Serling. Varga with the pass. The tip shot. A chance for the Hawks now. Dodd, and a good closing block there from Lewick, who gets the block kill point for the Rustlers and gets them out of trouble.
The Rustlers' defense has been really picking up the intensity here, sending multiple people to the key defensive assignments.
Lewick, a big swing down the line for Lewick. After her block in the front row, she finishes the step around play after a good free ball pass there from Bates as well to help set it up.
Block comes a half second too late there as Erica Dodd tried to get around.
A good set from LaChapelle, and Dodd finishes it with a good swing off the hands and out of play.
Erica Dodd, all the good players know, shake off a play and go back and get it the next one, and there. A little bit late on the block, but then goes back and earns her team a point the other way.
And that is in on the sideline. An ace serve for Ellis.
As the floor captain called over to have a discussion with the up official. As Austin Dyer had walked over and put his foot on the spot on the floor that he felt that ball had touched. The up official issuing the warning there.
A free ball opportunity again for the Hawks here. Into the middle. It stays alive. Lewick tries to throw it off the block, but Andrews is there to shut her down. And it's a 14-9 lead now for the Hawks, who have come out and responded well in set number 2.
Lewick trying to get that one past Cass Andrews, but Andrews been one of the premier middles in this tournament so far. Tough to fool her.
Armstrong into the middle this time, not able to connect with Andrews there. Tried to go right back to her again.
It's a little bit off on the timing there between the setter and the middle. Humber still has the 4-point lead here, but you can feel something brewing in the momentum of Lakeland.
Matthews gets her serve in. Armstrong out to Dodd, who has to tip it. In the middle, Dewitt off those hands and out. Couple really good fast swings there from Lewick in the middle.
Lewick been leading by example. She's able to find the hands. She's been dominant offensively early on.
Andrews into the block. It stays alive. Varga gets it back, and she goes off the block and out as the Rustlers finding a bit of rhythm here.
A game of runs, a game of momentum. The ACAC champions starting to find their rhythm.
And this serve from Matthews.
15-12 now. The Hawks with a chance to respond. Armstrong will be back to serve. The veteran setter from Pickering, Ontario.
Matthews with the pass this time. Varga gets a chance to swing, and back-to-back kills for Varga.
Munster, Saskatchewan's favorite daughter, Janae Varga, continuing to heat up. Gets a solid swing on the outside. We'd seen some good defensive play earlier with some solid digs, and now getting a good swing offensively.
Lewick serves down the line. Armstrong, the dump again. The Hawks setter with 2 dump kills in this set.
And it's not something they've been afraid to go to. The last time they got the dump kill, they went twice back-to-back. As the setter, Armstrong, has seemingly found that open gap.
Into the block, it stays alive. Varga again tries the tip this time. No touches on that one. And it's a 17-13 lead for the Hawks, and a timeout going to be called by the Rustlers here.
Austin Dyer feeling there's something he needs to correct in his unit right now. 17-13, a 4-point advantage as the Rustlers taking down UAA in their championships. 1-0 the lead for the Rustlers as they look to battle back into this one here. So we just received a note there about the officials in this contest. And all BC refereeing unit here. Steve Hewitson from Kelowna and Ashley Lowndes from Kamloops.
Given to us by one of the head coaching officials, Mr. Glenn Wheatley, as we share a wink across here. Just doing his duties, making sure our younger referees are learning the ropes from some of the best. As the athletes step back onto the floor here, Rustlers trying to respond now after their timeout. Humber Hawks having a good response in this second set after dropping the first. Dodd will continue to serve for the Hawks, but she puts that one into the net.
Not the way you want to build the momentum here as you give this ball back to Lakeland coming out of their timeout. Coach's point goes to Dyer, and the Hustlers an opportunity here.
Armstrong into the middle, and a big swing out of the middle there from Andrews. Armstrong's been spreading the ball around incredibly well in this second set for the Hawks. Matthews now for the Rustlers. Varga gets a chance to swing. Serlin has to tip it, and it's almost down for a point. A free ball chance now for the Hawks. Into the middle. And that dig looks down, and it's called down in the end there as it falls in front of Trumier. And Andrews will continue to serve here. The lead at 5 for the Hawks at 19-14. Trumier, a good pass. On the right side, Varga can't get all of it, and a chance for the Hawks now. A roll shot by Stevenson is dug. Bates, high swing, wide though, as the attacking error gets the Hawks to 20. And Cass Andrews will continue to serve. Into the middle, Hogue. She finds the floor off the block.
Andrews nearly getting there in time to find that one after her serve. Rustlers with Hogue and company in the front line.
Vargas float serve, LaChapelle the pass. On the right side, Stevenson, and that one is wide, almost hits the Rustlers bench as Varga will serve again here, trying to chip away at this lead. God with a good pass into the middle. Ellis, dug by Matthews. Rolls it into the block, and it sifts through the fingers and drops for a point. The Rustlers are back to within 3 now. And a good serving run here from Varga is helping them get there. Into the middle, Ellis. And a good help block there from Bates. You can see the game plan there working for the Rustlers. They watched the Humber Hawks play VIU last night. All the middle attacks, for the most part, were turned and cut back to position 1. and Bates has been there on most occasions to try to slow that down.
And this has been the secret weapon of sorts. I mean, it was against VIU, but now the secret is out. Lakeland, Austin Dyer, the CCAA coach, for a reason. They've identified one of the biggest strengths of the Humber Hawks, and they're attacking it here, or rather defending against it very well, which sometimes your best offense is a good defense, because here the blocks not just leading to opportunities for their own offense, these are often block kills that the Rustlers are coming away with Lewick and Hogue both trading back and forth in the front line. That is an imposing core to go against.
Yeah, the gap's at 2 now. The Rustlers with a good response. We're down 17-13. So a 5-3 run here. Trying to claw their way back. Again, they won the opening set. So they lead the match 1-0. Varga to serve for the Rustlers here out of the timeout. It's a good serve. Serlin puts it into the block. It stays alive. Stevenson pushes it over into the middle. And Hogue finds a spot to the deep corner. Couple good swings out of the middle for Hogue.
And here comes the Hawks, the substitution we've been waiting on. Ara Talon subbing into the game here with Humber up by 1.
She gets a chance to swing on her first attempt, and the tip shot scores.
Talon came into the game against VIU and wreaked havoc all over the Mariners. Will the Rustlers be the next victim?
Stevenson now to serve for the Hawks here. Matthews tips it down the line, doesn't get any touches. Stevenson to serve again here, 22-19 lead for the Hawks. That one is long.
As Paige Zadek will check in, number 6, the third year outside from Saskatoon. Serving substitution here for Coach Dyer.
Float serve is in. And a missed play on the Humber Hawks side, but free ball chance now for the Rustlers. Into the block, stays alive. Matthews off the block. Talon into the block, but the block gets the better of Ara Talon on that outside. A good closing block there from Lewick.
Lots of power coming out of the swing of Talon, but Bates and Lewick sending her packing.
That serve into the tape, and it goes right back to the Hawks. A 23-21 lead.
Hogue back in, but the libero lapacing her in the back row right away. Talon now back to serve.
Float serve for Talon is wide. As things start to tighten up here a little bit more.
This is the type of game we expected here in our second semifinals. A spot in the big dance on the line here.
Float serve for Bates is in. On the outside, Dodd through the seam. Trumier, a great dig. Trumier again is there. And that's a violation on Ellis. Crosses the plane to try to make that block. Ball's still on the Rustlers' side. Lang was able to get her hands up before the ball crossed the net there. Tough ball for Ellis, who has to tip it in. A chance for the Rustlers. Matthews rolls it over. Out to Dodd. down the line, hits the line. A good swing there from Dodd to get the Humber Hawks to a set point.
A timeout called here by Lakeland. As the chance to go up 2-0 slipping away here. They've clawed back into this one. They were down 4, 17-13. Pushed it to 24-23. Chris Wilkins, his crew, they won set number 2 against VIU and never looked back. We'll see if it's a similar situation here, but Lakeland, I'm sure, going to have something to say about it.
Yeah, this definitely been a battle between these two teams, a very tight set. Rustlers were out. It looked like they were down, being down 17-14, a good comeback and a good push. And pressure's on the Hawks to try to finish this off. After the response from the Hawks to start this set, again, the Rustlers took the opening set, lead the match 1-0 here.
And for Humber, this is a team, when you take down the 4-time reigning defending national champions, your expectations instantly shift. Obviously, nobody comes to the national championship without the drive to want to win it all. But when you get past VIU, you're going to be disappointed with anything less than going all the way.
Ellis to serve here for the Hawks. Again, a set point opportunity. Serve is in from the back row to Bates. And that swing is long. A missed pass there on the Rustlers' side. Put them in trouble, and unfortunately for Bates, not able to keep that one in play, and we're all tied up at 1 set apiece now.
25-23 your final score as we are knotted up at 1 set apiece. Humber coming away to tie this one up. And will they see the next 2 go their way as well, similar to what they did against VIU yesterday?
An opportunity for us to take a quick breather here. Both teams throw their punches, both teams respond. We'll be back with set number 3, the make or break set, coming up next live from the Nanaimo, BC. Welcome back inside the VIU gym here, live at the 2023 CCAA National Championships for women's volleyball. Kyle Donan with you alongside Ian Wilson with the call for our semifinal match here as we get started here in the third set as Andrews gets a kill out of the middle for the Hawks.
Cass Andrews starting out in a big way. Cross-court swing. Identifies the gap in the block from the middle there. And just able to get it off of the hands of the player in the back row.
Armstrong to serve for the Hawks now. Lang finds Lewick, who gets the kill. A great saved set there from Lang at the front of the net.
And enough of a good twist of the body to make it look like it was potentially going to be a play over the net. Drew the block up from Erica Dodd early and just opened up the highway for Lewick right there.
Lewick with a good float serve. And it fools Le Chapelle as Lewick gets the ace. Her third ace on the night for the Rustlers. Lewick with the float serve. Le Chapelle a better pass this time. On the right side, Dodd off the block. Lang finds Varga down the line. Talon is there. A free ball opportunity for the Hawks now. Andrews doesn't find any hands. And a good start and response here from the Rustlers in set 3.
The Rustlers' patience paying off there as Andrews sailing that one long. Getting the hands clear and out of the way as she was looking to get that one high off the block.
Tight ball and Varga takes advantage. A good serving start here for the Rustlers. Lewick getting the job done. Le Chapelle with the pass again. Onto the outside. Stevenson over the block. Matthews is there. Lang sets it up to Varga. Off the block and out. It's now a 5-1 start here for the Rustlers here in set 3. Again, dropping set 2. A great response to start.
Varga, a wonderful hit off of the hands there. So tough to absorb all that power coming off of the big outside swing from the right-hander from Munster, Saskatchewan.
Armstrong sets it up for Dodd. Down the line. Finds the line this time. And Dodd now will go back to serve for the Hawks here. Trumier with the pass. Lang out to Varga again. Tries the tip. Takes the setter out. Talon now, a chance to swing. She's dug. Another chance to swing and off the block and out of play.
Talon, an absolute monster on that outside swing. If at first you don't succeed, try and try again. An incredible dig by Lakeland on the first one, but the second one expertly placed off the outside hands.
Trumier with the pass. On the outside, Varga, a swing off the arms of Le Chapelle as the Rustlers get it back here.
6-3, Lakeland still holding the advantage. Sets tied up at 1 here from Nanaimo.
A serving error by Lang into the net.
Ellis back into the front row. Stevenson, Ellis, and Talon. That is a formidable front row here for the Hawks.
Out to Bates, who goes off the block. Dodd is there for the dig. Talon tries the tip shot. Bates is there. A free ball opportunity for the Hawks again here. Into the middle. Ellis is dug. Bates just decides to set the free ball over. Into the middle, and a great block there from Hogue. Steps one way on Ellis, who was turning to that one position, but Hogue read that perfectly.
Sarah Hogue from Dauphin, Manitoba. Great positioning there to send that one back down. No chance for Humber to recover.
And that serve is long as the Hawks get it back. Stevenson to serve for the Hawks. Gets the float serve in. A good pass from Trumier in the middle. Hogue goes off the block. A high ball out for Talon, who tries the roll shot and puts it into the net.
Talon signaling my bad on that one. Just tried to get the roll over the block. Ended up coming up a little bit short on it there. But they'll live with that considering the offensive output that she's been able to provide. Still very much a plus player right now.
A service ace for Hogue, who has quietly been doing her job here.
Number 8, Reese Cholette checking in for the Hawks. Rookie left side out of Oakville, Ontario.
Change the passing core here, give them a different look. Her first pass is tight though, stays alive. Talon takes a swing and puts it into the net. And a string of errors here for the Hawks. Creates a 10-5 advantage for the Rustlers, and Hogue continue to serve.
These are the kind of swinging errors that Humber did not have in their quarterfinals against VIU. They capitalized on all those opportunities, but now all of a sudden those cracks starting to show a little bit. And then right there, we mentioned it before, we'll mention it again. Shake off the last play and continue to play to your strengths as Talon gets the solid dig and then goes right back and gets that one. A crossbody swing to go back towards the middle. Surprises the back row, and now she'll go back to serve.
Talon's float serve. Trumier with the pass. Lang out to Matthews, who rolls it down the line. Armstrong gets it up to Dodd, and a good hand there from Lewick in the middle. Lewick been a force at the net as a blocker in particular. Bates now to serve. A tough pass there. Armstrong tracks it. Ellis forces it over. Matthews to the corner, and she scores cross court. And it's now a 12-6 lead here for the Rustlers. And that forces a timeout called by the Humber Hawks.
Lakeland has responded in a huge way here in set number 3. A very similar situation that we saw for the Rustlers in set number 1, doubling up Humber early. But Humber able to have something to say about it. Can Lakeland continue to pull away here? We've seen them tighten up the blocking game, and they've managed to key in and take advantage of a few errors on the Hawks side. The key here is now going to be to fix up those service errors. Those have creeped into the game a little bit here. They managed to get a bit of a run going here now to make this differential up to 6. But really early on in set number 2, Lakeland, when they had the opportunity to start building runs, to start building momentum, they ran into the own roadblock caused by those missed service errors. Humber, if they can clean those up and can continue to play to their strengths, they have a great shot at putting a run back in here to cut the lead down.
Given that we've been able to be a part of every one of these matches so far, it feels like I'm a broken record saying this, but that serve pass game is just so important, and the Rustlers came out really strong in the opening set with their serving, weren't as good in set 2 and have been really good here in set 3. A troubled ball stays tight at the net, a free ball chance now for the Hawks. Ellis through a seam in the block and gets the kill.
Well, you said it well, it's all about the fundamentals. If you can stick to the hit and pass game, that's exactly what you need to get back into the game. You don't get to the big swings, you don't get to the big blocks unless you can serve and you can pass the ball.
Bates has to give a free ball here. On the outside to Dodd, looking for hands. Finds some touches and gets the kill for the Hawks. Ellis will serve again here for the Hawks. Trumier with a good pass. Out to Matthews and off the arms of Ellis and out of reach for Talon there. As LeChapelle will check back into the game for Ellis. And now Matthews will serve for the Rustlers. Float serve for Russ. Onto the outside now. Dodd, deep corner, Trumier, a great dig. Talon with the pass. On the outside, Dodd gets some room on the outside as Lewitt guessed the other way, and Dewitt took advantage of that opportunity on the outside.
Humber in the regular season converting at a lower hitting percentage than Lakeland did, .346 for Humber versus a .475 for the Rustlers. But they're making advantage of the hits they do get and coming at big times there for Erica Dodd.
A great swing there from Varga. Varga's been the most consistent Rustler in this match.
Varga responding in a big way, and that's exactly what you want to see from a heavy hitter. A big hit going one way. Anything you can do, I can do better.
LeChapelle has trouble with it, and it can't stay in play. Another good serve from Lewitt, who's now got 4 aces on the night for the Rustlers. Lewitt will serve again. Talon with the pass. On the outside, Dodd down the line. And a conversation between the Rustlers and their coach. Looked like he wanted to see Varga protect the line there that time, and Dodd took advantage of the opening.
And Lewick getting tagged on the arm there for good measure. As Humber putting that one into the net once again. This is the same problem that the Rustlers had earlier. You can't build momentum if you keep having the service errors.
Lang now for the Rustlers. She puts her serve in. Armstrong pushes it out to Talon, who gets the kill off the hands of Bates and down.
Talon second only to Kiyomi Ellis in hitting percentage on the Humber Hawks in the regular season. Has had a very successful national championships here for the Hawks.
On the outside, Varga rolls it down the line. Stevenson cross court, and Stevenson gets the kill for the Hawks as they chip away here. Now a 4-point lead for the Rustlers.
Tiana Stevenson, the fourth-year right side. The veteran presence has been a real shot in the arm for Humber in this game.
Varga on the left side, down the line, and catches the arms of Armstrong.
Picture perfect placement for the Lakeland outside hitter. That set a little far away from the net after the initial pass was behind the attack line. Just able to get it over on the timing. Tags the setter. Gets the point for the Rustlers.
Stevenson, she's dug by Varga. Matthews now takes a hard swing off the block. Dodd is there for the dig. Talon off the block and off the defense and out of play. The lead for the Rustlers is 17-13. Stevenson to serve now for the Hawks. Float serve for Stevenson. Trumier with the pass. On the outside, Matthews, dug by LeChapelle. She's there again for the second one, but not able to stay alive for the Hawks. And a substitution here for the Rustlers again.
Paige Zadek checking in to serve once again for the Rustlers.
18-13 for the Rustlers here. And unfortunately, Zadek, her serve goes into the net, and she'll check right back out.
We'll see Trumier back into the back row, as Hogue will have a seat. Talon back to serve for Humber.
The float serve for Talon is long. The lead holds here for the Rustlers. As Lang checks into the front row for the Rustlers now. Bates on the right side will serve. Gets a good float serve in. Armstrong tries the setter dump and gets it to go. 3 kills for the Hawks setter.
And that's the 3rd time that the pot has been unprotected. Beautiful placement of that one from Armstrong just over the attack line.
A tight pass. Stays alive though. Ellis tracks it to Dodd, who sets it over. Varga's there for the dig. Lewick. Ellis there for the pancake dig. Dodd off the block. Lang. Matthews. And off the block and out. Good battle there and a good finish from Matthews off the block, as she'll go back to serve now, and Varga will check back into the front row for the Rustlers there, as we get another good look at the swing for Matthews off that block and out.
As soon as one threat comes out of the front row, another checks in. You get rid of Matthews, now you have to deal with Janae Varga.
Armstrong tries the dump again. This time the Rustlers are there. Varga, the tip shot. Stevenson. Lang to Lewick, and she throws it off the block and gets the kill.
Solid decision making there. Erica Dodd looking a little dejected after that last play, but the Rustlers making the right decisions on offense here, diversifying, not just trying to oversaturate the game with the power.
The float serve for Matthews goes into the net.
Armstrong back to serve, so backhands here. Stevenson, Andrews, and Dodd, the front row for Humber here.
Armstrong with the float serve, Matthews the pass. Varga gets to it, LeChapelle the dig. Armstrong out to Dodd off the block. Dodd again, rolls it, recycles one more time. Stevenson now from the right side, but Lewick and Varga combine for a big block. Lewick putting on a clinic at the net for the Rustlers. Her blocking game has been on point in this one.
The 2-for-1 combo, Lewick and Varga combining for the block there and keeping the Rustlers ahead here by 6.
Lewick now back to serve. Gets another good serve into the middle. Andrews tips it, she's dug. Lewick sets it up for Varga. Off the block and wide and out of play. Lewick doing it all, makes the set on that one, and she'll continue to serve here for the Rustlers. A 23-16 lead. Float serve, about to drop. A late call there for the Hawks. Results in an ace for Lewick, who's up to 5 aces now.
3.08 service aces per set for Lakeland in the regular season.
Lewick again another serve, and again another miscue on the Hawks side. Ends set number 3, and that will be a 25-16 win for the Rustlers, who lead the match now 2-1. Back with the 4th set upcoming live from the Nanaimo BC in the VIU gym. Welcome back inside the VIU gym here live from Nanaimo, BC, as the Hawks will look to try to respond here. The Rustlers lead the match 2-1 now after a strong, impressive third set. And it's the Hawks' turn to attempt to respond and see if they can send it to 5. To me, the player of set number 3 was Lewick, number 13 in the middle for the Rustlers. She did it all. She served well, and she was a strong presence at the net, blocking and attacking for the Rustlers from beginning to end. As Armstrong's first serve to start this set goes into the net.
Hard to disagree with you there on your pick of the player of the set. Lewick, absolutely dominant service aces, big blocks, and big kills. Honorable mention to Janae Varga. Has some great digs in the back row on some heavy swings from Talon and company to swing the momentum in favor of the Rustlers.
Varga gets a chance early and gets a kill.
Speaking of, Janae Varga, smart decision with a finesse at the net, putting that one down to make it an early 2-0 Rustlers lead.
12 kills for Varga now. Lewick to serve. A free ball opportunity for the Rustlers here. Down the line. On the outside now, Stevenson. Bates is there. Inside ball for Varga, and she takes advantage. Sharp cross court, gets the kill.
Janae Varga, already 2 points in this fourth set. Lakeland Rustlers are hungry to punch their ticket to go up against Camosun.
Float serve, Cholette has trouble with it. On the outside, Stevenson rolls it in. Lewick is there for the dig this time. Hogue, Cholette is there. Serlin from the right side, and Bates unable to make the dig as Serlin makes an impact here early with her first swing attempt after checking in for Dodd. Serlin to serve now for the Hawks. Off the block, and Cholette can't get there. Varga gets another one.
Varga, offensive output only increasing and becoming more efficient as the game has gone on. Hitting percentage of .475. Can largely attribute that to the smart offensive IQ of this Rustlers front row.
Talon now from the left side into the block, recovers. Stevenson tries the roll shot, but that is wide. And a slow start here for the Hawks in a set that they need to send it to 5.
Chris Wilkins having a few words with the assistant coaches, just looking to see what they need to do to shake things up right now as Lakeland, they look locked in.
Cholette has trouble with it. Serlin pops it up for Talon. A roll shot down the line, and another hitting error now makes it 6-1 for the Rustlers, who are one set away from pushing it to the finish line here and booking their ticket to the final.
The Humber Hawks not showing the killer instinct that they had yesterday in their win against VIU, as you'd think that that would have filled them with the momentum that they need to go into another tough matchup against Lakeland. It's not an easy road, no matter which way you carve it, to try and get to the championship game. But here, two very good sides, two champions from their home conferences locking horns, and right now the Rustlers getting the better of it. Humber, a lot of unforced errors that we just did not see against VIU, and that was so critical in manufacturing that momentum. When you're not making the errors, you're not giving the other team a chance to get in rhythm and play their game. And for a team like the Rustlers, they've got so much up their sleeve. They've got so many systems, a very well-coached group by Austin Dyer. When a small slip-up happens, it's very easy for them to get back in line.
I think the difference in this one compared to what Humber dealt with against VIU last night is, other than the first set, VIU just wasn't able to sustain the same amount of pressure on Humber the way the Rustlers have been able to do it here. A good swing from Talon, though, hopefully will get them back on track. As Manners is going to check into the game here for the Humber Hawks in place of Stevenson.
The big part of that is the passing game, too. We've talked about it with the fundamentals, and we talked about that with Shane Hyde. I mean, Shane Hyde mentioning that VIU's pass game wasn't stellar at all in that quarterfinals game. And we've seen it here from the Lakeland Rustlers as another point goes to Janae Varga. Is that 5 now for her in this set?
Four in this set. 4 in this set and 15 on the night.
Not kills, total points. I think is it 5 total points?
Maybe total points. Either way, she's been leading by example for her team in this one. Will get a chance to serve again with an 8-2 lead here for the Rustlers, who will try and continue to sustain the pressure here. Another good serve. Armstrong gets it out to Talon, finds a hole though and gets the kill. Hawks get one back.
Solid opportunity there for Ara Talon. One of the big X factors in the game against VIU, and continuing to show why in this game as Sarah Hogue answering right back for Lakeland.
Yeah, another good swing there out of the middle. Some good decisions from Lang, finding her attackers at the right moment. She's done a really nice job to spread the offense around for the team in this game. Off the hands of Bates and out.
Humber starting to find a little bit of life here. They've liked this rotation with Talon in the back row. We'll see what they can do here down 5.
Talon's float serve is in. Varga the pass. On the outside to Matthews. Talon's there for the dig. And a miscue at the net for the Hawks as Ellis steps under the net and over the line. And keeps the ball in the Rustlers' hands here with the lead of 10-4. Serlin able to keep it alive. Lewick goes with the tip, and that's out of play. Gillette was there to touch it, but it didn't stay in play on that attempted dig. Bates now. Serlin can't handle it, and the ace for Bates gives the Rustlers a 12-4 lead here in set 4. Hawks have struggled to pass here to start this 4th set. And that serve goes into the net. You mentioned before something they didn't struggle with against VIU, although at the same time, VIU really struggled to serve in that match last night, and the Rustlers have really been consistent from the service line here tonight. Varg with a great pass. Lewick off the block. Into the middle. And Andrews has an answer for the Hawks to get them back.
Back to basics for Humber Hawks as Cass Andrews, the big swing through the middle. Sometimes it's the simple plays that are the most effective.
On the outside, Matthews rolls it in. Serlin's going to give the free ball now. Tight ball for Lang, and a miscue at the net for Andrews, who was fooled by the fake out from Lang, who realized it was going too far, just went up to block it. Unfortunately for Andrews, she didn't realize it was that close to her there.
Does that count as a kill?
It would stat as a kill, yeah. Tailing the pass there. Armstrong finds Andrews. She's blocked. From the back row to Talon, through a seam there as the Hawks get out of trouble, but still hold. They're still in a deficit here by 6.
And we'll see if Humber can get the body language in the right place as they continue to build some points here. Can they battle back into this? Do they have the tenacity to stick with it? The mentality's shaken a little bit here as they'll miss the serve there. What can the Hawks do to continue playing their game and build back into the game plan here? They got to get back into the system, and they got to play to their strength.
Lewick will continue to serve here. And a misplay there as the Hawks just look a little bit deflated, and their coach recognizing it, calling a timeout. Last and final timeout. They'll try a pushback here. The Rustlers in control, though, in the driver's seat of set number 4, with 1 set away from reaching the finals on Saturday night.
Time now to thank some more of our wonderful sponsors of the CCAA Championships, including Sport Canada, a major funding partner of the CCAA and the CCAA National Championships, Moulton, the official volleyball of the CCAA National Championships, and One Team Sports Group, OTSG, official equipment and apparel provider of the CCAA National Championships, as well as a presenting sponsor of the CCAA All-Canadians. What's at stake here? The second seat in the big dance Saturday night, the championship game. One team already there. Vancouver Island has a representative. It's the Camosun Chargers from Victoria. Who will meet them there? One of these teams on a collision course with destiny right now, as Lakeland College in the driver's seat, up by 8.
Armstrong into the middle to Andrews there. A free ball that Matthews gets. On the outside, Varga into the block. Lewick. Varga again. And it looks like a net violation. And a conversation at the net between the two coaches and the down official.
And a yellow card being issued to Austin Dyer.
Some extra words here. Being real, I guess in theory the conversation was more that he shouldn't be talking to the down official there. He's supposed to talk to the up official.
Talking to the up official through the captain as opposed to talking directly to the down official.
Correct. Good dig there from Cholette. Talon rolls it in. Lang. Hogue. And it's off the block and down. Back-to-back points for the Hawks, who try to build some momentum here.
As Lakeland trying to go back to Hogue in the middle. They'd had some good success through her, but a solid combination there, and that's going to fire up Humber, now within 6.
Matthews with the pass onto the outside. Varga again, this time through the block and down. "16 kills for Varga. 5 in this set." Lang, the setter for the Rustlers, will serve. Armstrong to Manners off the block. A good touch. Bates from the right side, and a net violation on the Hawks. Talon pressed a little too hard there and made the net violation and gives the point to the Rustlers, who remain in the driver's seat here in set number 4. Armstrong puts it up for Manners, tries the tip shot. Trumier puts it up for Varga. Her tip shot dug by Armstrong. Talon into the block though as Hogue and Bates combine for a big block. The Rustlers have had an answer for Talon on that left side as they get a big block there to make it 18-19. Lang again to serve for the Rustlers. From the back row, Serlin, dug by Trumier. A free ball coming here for the Hawks, but it wasn't an easy one, and Varga gets another kill for the Rustlers, this time with a bump kill.
Varga with the bump swing, turning around behind herself, and that one almost is like a standing down swing. What a shot there.
An ace for Lang as the march to a 4-set victory for the Rustlers continues here in surprising fashion as the Hawks just look a little bit depleted here. And that is in on the end line for Lang. The service ace for the Rustlers setter. (21-9) here for Lakeland. An overpass, Varga gets a chance to swing, doesn't find the hands there. A rare error for her in this set. She has been almost unstoppable.
A large hill for Humber to climb here.
Varga gets it right back. This time Armstrong's there for the dig. Bates. Lang to Hogue off the block. Trumier sets it up for Varga. Rolls it in, and Armstrong can't make a play on it. Her teammates are on the net as well. Everything going the Rustlers' way here. They're 3 points away from meeting the Camosun Chargers in the final.
And at what point, as the lead starts to grow, does that frustration start boiling over into your play?
A joust at the net, comes back to the Rustlers' side. Matthews, she takes a swing. No slowing down here for the Rustlers, who are in complete control.
What a way to build momentum in this set. And if things keep going here, if it's a 25-10 final score, that is a wonderful way to go in to the championship game. 23-11 now as that one will go into the net.
Manners now will serve for the Humber Hawks. Matthews with the pass. She gets it back on the left side. A high swing off the hands. And that sets up set and match point for the Rustlers here.
Lakeland still sticking to their game plan, no matter the score, no matter the set, as they'll send in Paige Zadek, the serving substitute. 1 point away from a date with the Camosun.
Zadek gets the serve in. Armstrong puts it to the outside to Talon, a block. Another chance, a tip this time. Matthews is there. Lang puts it up to Bates, off the block. Cholette is there. Another chance for Talon, cross court. Varga chases it. A free ball coming now for the Hawks. Ellis through the hands and down. Gets the kill for the Hawks. We stay alive.
Sarah Hogue to come back in as the Rustlers still at match point here. How far can Humber push them?
Talon to serve for the Humber Hawks here, trying to keep them alive. Onto the outside to Matthews. Off the arms, into the ceiling, and the Rustlers are going to the final where they will meet the Camosun Chargers for the CCAA gold medal match on Saturday night.
Elation for the Lakeland College Rustlers. They win the ACSC championship. They come to VIU with their sights set on CCAA gold. They get through Les Rouges, they get through Humber, and now a date with the Camosun Chargers. The big dance set for Saturday night, 6 p.m. Camosun versus Lakeland.
Players of the game now will be presented. From the Humber Hawks, their setter, Armstrong. As she'll try to escape, but they'll keep her at the front, and we'll go to the player of the game for the Lakeland Rustlers here. A pretty obvious one here, as Varga was dynamite in this one. I think 17 kills is what she finished with. Just an impressive match for her leading into the finals. She'll get a day's rest before she has to do that on Saturday night.
Honorable mention to Lewick, as Lewick an absolutely dominant performance as well through the middle blocker position.
It's okay, Lewick was the player of the game in her first match. It's all good. She can feel okay about that.
Yeah, I was saying that was your pick earlier on for one of the players of the set, as we see a shot of Lewick there out at the end. But these teams, they don't care about the individual accolades. They care about the success of their teammates and their club as a whole. You know the Rustlers are fired up. They'll be celebrating tonight and then back to the drawing board to get ready for a very, very important game on Saturday night.
As the two teams finish up shaking hands here, we'll await the opportunity to speak to the winning coach. The coach of the year moves on to the finals as the Lakeland Rustlers prove to be the better team tonight. Humber just didn't have the answers for Lakeland here. Just an impressive performance from the Lakeland Rustlers. All smiles in that team huddle as their serve pass game proved to be above the Humber Hawks, and it really shined through when it counted.
Well, and the pressure that they were able to produce from constantly digging everything they could, and not just keeping it up, but keeping it up with incredible placement. I mean, this is a team that is poised and ready. What a collision course we have. I remember that sign from the Camosun Chargers fans. It's going to be an Island Quaker Shaker. What better way to describe what we're going to witness on Saturday night? ACSC champion versus Pac West champion. A Western Canadian showdown for the CCAA gold.
Yeah, and the Humber Hawks, as mentioned before, will drop to the semi-final bronze, which they will have tomorrow.
A date with the Edouard Montpetit Lynx.
And we will now get our opportunity to speak to the winning coach, and I'm sure, Coach, you're happy to be doing this for a second time for all the right reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. After our chat last night, I had a little bit of feedback come back to me that I was maybe a little bit too harsh or maybe a little bit too hard on my girls. But the biggest part about how we operate is if you're going to celebrate mediocrity, you're not moving forward, right? And again, all the stuff that I do with my team, we're all on the same page. I work together with them with everything, and the message I left here last night was the exact same message I gave to my team, that we need to be better because we are better than that. And everybody got to see who we are tonight. We had a little glitch in the second set where we made a ton of errors, but the other three sets we played very clean, and everybody got to see Rustler style of volleyball, and so that's very exciting for us, and we're just pumped to be in the national final again.
If you had to maybe give yourself a grade, and you talked about refinding and recapturing a piece of that Rustler volleyball, is there still any piece that's missing, or maybe some area that you still want to level up in now going into a tough championship match against Camosun?
Well, in that second set, we made 8 hitting errors and missed 4 serves, and so we're not a team that gives away 12 points in one set, let alone we're trying to limit our hitting errors below 10 in a match, and so that would be the only takeaway from this match. Set 2, we needed to be a little bit more steady. We still had a chance to win that set, but other than that, it's just about making sure that the whole team's level-headed, and that they just stick to doing what we do. Now that we're getting to the end here, we got one more match to showcase it again, and against a very good opponent coming up here, so should be exciting.
Yeah, and Camosun's semifinal match was almost a carbon copy of what yours was. They came out very strong in that first set, had a stumble in their second set as well, and both of you were able to respond incredibly well in the third and fourth sets. To me, watching you guys play, it was all about your serve pass game too, which really set you guys up well for your front row attacks, and from top to bottom for the tournament, I think you guys have been one of the better passing teams, and you really showed it here tonight against a good team. Yeah,
if everything that we do is about controlling the ball, and if we can control it, then we have the weapons. Even though you can call us a pretty undersized team, which we are, but we have the athletes, and so if we can control the ball, it can put pressure on teams that are bigger than us. And as long as we do that, serve aggressive, keep our serves in play. And then control the ball. Yeah, we have the weapons and the speed to be able to put pressure on anybody.
How's the Nanaimo been treating you so far since coming out to the West Coast?
Well, the way that I'm wired, I'm very thorough in my planning, in my preparation. So when we got here, it was great. But since we've been playing, I haven't slept a whole lot since then, and so I'm actually ecstatic that tomorrow's a day off, so that way I can get some sleep tonight and actually have a little bit of time to prep for the final. And so to be honest, I'm just pumped to actually get a good night's sleep here, and then maybe we can check something out tomorrow in the Nanaimo as well. We'll see, as long as the rain stays away.
Yeah. Well, whether you get a good sleep or not, it's going to feel good tomorrow knowing that you're in the finals on Saturday. So congratulations, Coach, and we look forward to seeing what you and the Camosun Chargers will bring in the final on Saturday. Enjoy the day off, and we look forward to seeing you back here in a couple days.
Awesome. Thanks very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
That was the head coach of the Lakeland Rustlers, the winning team who will head out to the finals on Saturday night. Again, a 6 o'clock matchup. The gold medal match is set. We await to see who will be in the bronze, which we will see the semifinal bronze matches tomorrow, along with the placement match for the 7th and 8th place matches. That will determine our bronze and gold on the final day on Saturday. And it's been quite the road. We're done. Day number 2 now. Me and you get a chance to rest. We will go into the night with an opportunity to sleep and refresh ourselves. But a little bit of a surprising finish here in the fourth set. But I think the coach, the Rustlers, really put it well. They showed Rustlers volleyball in the times when it counted here tonight, and they were by far the better team, and they showed it.
Well, and with the national championships, it's the one-and-done system. You get a very limited window to see these teams. I mean, obviously, if you follow the CCAA volleyball throughout the season, you look at the records of a lot of these teams. We looked at Camosun and VIU, both pretty much only one-loss records. I think it was 13-5 where Lakeland coming into this. The OCAA champions in Humber also having a great season. But in a national championship like this, the spotlight is the brightest, and the nerves can get to players. I mean, Humber defeats the 4-time national champions, and then they come into this game against Lakeland, and they just fall a little bit flat. But really, again, if you play these teams in a series, you have that opportunity to get to know the teams, to build the tendencies, and it could be a completely different situation if you have series as opposed to one and done. So I think these teams have really showcased a lot of grit and a lot of determination, and I'm very excited for the bronze semifinals tomorrow. We've got 2 incredible matchups in VIU going up against, I'm blanking right now, VIU versus UAA on the one side, and then on the other side, it's going to be Humber going up against Montpetit. And those two are going to be wonderful competitions, as those sides both with something to prove. The backdoor bronze is going to be exciting here at the CCAAs.
Yeah, we're excited for it, and we'll be back for it here tomorrow. So enjoy your rest yourselves. We thank you for watching here tonight. We've been bringing you live coverage from Nanaimo, BC at the VIU gym. I'm Kyle Donut alongside Ian Wilson, and we will be back tomorrow with more of the 2023 CCAA National Championships for women's volleyball. Good night, and wherever you're watching, get home safe.